Last month, I bought some venomous snakes from Egypt, and I started this journey on trying to get them established. They were dehydrated, parasite-ridden, and they hadn't eaten yet for anyone that had come across them, let alone me. One in particular was emaciated. My goal was simple: save as many of these snakes as possible. Saving and establishing 4 out of 4 snakes was my goal. Anything less than 3 out of 4 was total and utter failure in my mind. The garage I was housing them in got way too cold, so I brought them into the house. I set them up in simple yet naturalistic tanks so they were easy to monitor. I used paper bedding meant for hamsters so they can dig in it, but it's also white so I can check for mites. And then I used sticks, branches and logs as decor. I also gave them crazy lighting. I gave them metal halides, the lot. Now the 2 largest snakes ate straight away and they were no issue. There was a little bit of dehydration and constipation with one of them, but over time and humid hides and hydration, that resolved itself. The 2 smaller snakes were yet to eat, and the really skinny one was slipping. We knew we had to act, so we began the really nerve-wracking process of syringe feeding this snake. We were using carnivore care, which is a meal replacement liquid, is really calorific, and we were using that to try and get some bulk on that snake. I had to hold the snake by the back of its head, whilst Ellie used a piece of card to open its mouth and then begin assist feeding and squirting the food into his mouth. We repeated this process every sort of 3 to 4 days. And he began to gain weight, and he was gaining weight like really well. In the meantime, the other snake actually decided to just eat a pinky on his own, so he started himself. 3 out of 4 were now eating consecutive meals without any issues. These 3 were eating like pigs, evidenced by the poop everywhere. I will be doing a full clean. It's just that there's Taurus mites in there to deal with the snake mites, so I will do a full clean soon. I just don't want to remove the Taurus mites that I've bought. We then started assist feeding mouse tails to the snake, and he started to chew them down and swallow them quite readily. And at this point, we're really getting somewhere. This snake now looks great. It's gained weight, it's alert, it's active. It didn't feel so limp when I picked it up, and actually in this video, you see it squirm and have energy and trying to fight back. And he was chowing down food and gaining weight over a period of a month. And then one day, things changed. All of a sudden, he just lost a crazy amount of weight. And by a crazy amount, I mean in the course of 4 days, he just lost all of that weight he gained and actually looked in a worse position than when we first got him in. It was like when you watch a film and a bomb goes off and everything kind of implodes and it goes quiet and then bang! He just died. And it was really unexpected because we were so confident in that weight gain. We really felt like we were getting him somewhere, and we really were really confident in the fact that he was taking solid meals now. The next stage was getting him to eat pinkies, and then he would be established and start eating like his family? Peers? Now, we've discussed it at length after the fact, and what we think's happened is from the fact that he was so emaciated, it's caused damage to his liver. When the liver is damaged, it can't make protein, so the body starts losing the proteins that it already has, aka the muscles and other storages, and the body just kind of absorbed itself. But the other snakes are eating, they're alert, they're active. I wouldn't consider them totally established because it's just been a month, but I am really happy with their progress. They're constantly just zipping around their enclosures, and they spend as much time just periscoping and watching you as you do spend watching them. Now my goal is to get them all into a 4-foot PVC with a beautiful rock background and little gaps to sit in and intense lighting on different shelves, and there's beautiful arid bioactive. But for now, they are going to stay as they are and just get them established. And then we can work our way towards that end goal in my mind. I'm sorry if people feel let down that I didn't get 4 out of 4. I am as well. But if you want to stay up to date on these snakes and how this goes, subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.